I think that Julius Randle is on an absolute tear. I believe him and Steph just got players of the week for their respective conferences. Julius
Mhm.
Randle scored 30 plus points in, I believe, 4 or 5 consecutive games. He had 33 last night. He had 44 against the Mavs on Friday night. And the list kind of goes on and on. The supporting cast is playing very, very, very well. Obviously, the acquisition of Derrick Rose in his second stint in New York has paid off. Emmanuel quickly has been playing great basketball, the rookie out of Kentucky. And I mean, the list kind of goes on, man. They're playing very cohesive and very effective basketball right now. Tom Thibodeau has completely changed the culture in New York for the better. And a lot of people are forgetting they're missing their defensive anchor, Mitchell Robinson, and they're still going out there doing everything that they need to do. Um, I'm happy for the city of New York. Again, obviously, everyone knows I'm a Mavs fan through and through. But when the Knicks win, it's the city's attitude is so much better. The the city's vibe is just a lot right now, and I wish I was home to kind of experience them. Like I said, the Knicks haven't been this good in almost 10 years, so to see them flourishing and fighting to get into those playoffs. Obviously, they're at the 6th seed right now. They're tied with Boston with the same record, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's like 31-27 or 31-26. 31-26 for the Celtics, and then 31-27 for the Knicks. So they're about a half game behind the Celtics. Um, Dude, there really isn't much to say other than hooping. Like they're playing great. They're on a 6 game win streak, 7-3 in their last 10. And it's really led by the charge of Julius Randle just playing absolutely out of his damn mind. I mean, like I said, over 30 points in 4 or 5 games. He's not just scoring, he's rebounding, he's passing, he's playing great defense. And he's become their go-to guy. He's become their focal point, the guy that they want shooting at the last second. And he's been doing it on all ends of the floor. Free throws, taking it to the basket, mid-range jump shots, shooting free ball effectively. And he's just a force down low. We all know the force that he was in Kentucky and the potential that he showed in certain flashes in LA. And then obviously what he was doing out there in New Orleans got him the contract that New York gave him. But he had a little bit of a rough season last year. But he's just turned it around and he's become that dominant force that the Knicks wanted him to be. And bro, they're playing great basketball. They're obviously one of the better teams in the league defensively, but when it comes down to it as well, they're playing great on the offensive end as well. And I think that that's in part of the acquisitions of Julius Randle, Taj Gibson, and Derrick Rose. Man, they're just doing great. They're playing phenomenal. Couldn't be happier for them.
It's almost kind of like a light version of the Chicago Bulls back in the day, just with the pieces that are on that team. Like you said, in Tom Thibodeau as the coach, you get Derrick Rose and Taj Gibson. But let me just ask you
How
this.
could I forget RJ Barrett is on this team? I'm so sorry, everybody. I was literally thinking, I was like, yo, I'm missing a big name, and I can't remember who it is. RJ Barrett has been hooping to a level of like his sophomore year has been exponentially better than his freshman year. Like yo, shout out to RJ Barrett, man. The lefty out of Duke bettered his jump shot this offseason. He's been playing effective basketball, and he's one of the better players in this NBA season in clutch moments in the fourth quarter. I believe he's like 5 of 10 in the last minute or last 2 minutes of regulation, and he's shooting incredible from the field this season as well. So huge, huge, huge shout out to RJ Barrett.
I got to ask you though, and be real with me. Be real with me for a second here. Did you think that Julius Randle was capable of this type of play, like where he's
No,
just
not
going
not
out?
consistently. No,
Yeah, because like you said, I saw flashes from Julius Randle when he was on the Lakers. I didn't think he was capable of this though. Going out there and just balling out. I think you mentioned like I think he dropped what? I know this is gonna be. Don't take this as insulting because it was against the Mavs. He did drop 44 on you guys,
yeah, bro, he cooked us in
and then
every facet of the way. Cooked.
I mean, if you look over the last week, like you mentioned, he's been scoring 30 plus in damn near every game that he's played in.
Bro, him and Steph
So
are they're in like a mental competition of yo, Julius scored 30, I'm gonna score 30 today. Yo, Steph scored 40. All right, I'm gonna score 44. That's what I
it,
think is happening. They're
it's
going off.
it's just where did he get this confidence to just shoot this well though? I'm just like thinking like was it just the move to New York and he finally just got a fire under his ass to go out and play stellar basketball?
I don't. He wasn't playing that good last season though, so it's like I know a lot of Knicks fans at the start of the season kind of wanted his head because Julius had that effect, or should I say that mentality of I'm gonna keep shooting no matter how bad I am. He had that mentality of, if you don't shoot, you're losing, or whatever that saying is. I got to put up 1,000 shots, got to make one. I don't know. I'm not one for for quotes like that and shit. But anyway, and then Julius Randle kind of hit a point in the season where he was starting to hit those shots he started to take, and then he started to do it consistently. And then his points per game started to go up, and then he started getting teammates involved. I mean, for God's sakes, he had 10 assists last night against the Pelicans. He had 33, 10, and 5 at the 4. Like, what power forward do you know is out here putting up numbers like that?
And shooting extremely well from the field.
Exactly. So I mean, I don't necessarily know when he got this confidence. There was a story that came out, I believe, last week that had said something about him being in Detroit in the off season, and then he was asking a local high school in Detroit was open and available for him to kind of work out, and the guy said the last person that was ever in this building to do what you're doing right now was Kobe. And Julius started tearing up and whatnot. He said he got feeling a little bit of goosebumps because Kobe was the one that got him in that mentality to grind harder, get up earlier, work harder, and just he's actually now doing that on a consistent basis. But he's apparently bringing his Knicks teammates and getting them in the mentality of grind and practice and grind and practice, and it's rubbing off on them, man. Like we both said, the Knicks are playing at a very, very good pace right now and at the right time. And with the postseason pretty much being just a little bit over a month away, if the Knicks can maintain this, I wouldn't be surprised if they could take a top 3 seed. Because if we're looking at these standings, bro, like I said, the Knicks and the Celtics are a half game apart, and the Hawks are tied with the Knicks with the Celtics for the 4 seed at 31 and 26, and the Bucks are only 4 games in front of the Hawks.
Top 3, I think.
I'm just saying.
Top 3 stretching it a little bit.
Hey, man, you never know if someone goes on a skid. If the Knicks continue to stay hot, I'm saying they have the potential to take a top 3 seed. Are they going to? I don't know. I don't think so. But dude, I can't sleep on a team that's this consistent. They went on a little lull in the middle of the season, but they picked it right back up.